All right. Hello, everyone. Can you hear?
Yes.
Christopher, welcome to your Shukke Tokudo Homeleaving ceremony for today. I'm going to light some incense right now, and then I'll be right to you, and I'll talk to you for a bit, okay?
Sounds good.
Take my seat. Close the door a bit. Hello, everyone. Hello, Christopher. Let me get over here. I can see you. Welcome to a very special Shukke Tokudo priest ordination ceremony for Christopher, who is here with us from California. I am in Japan. Chris, I understand that you've had some health battles of late.
Yes. So I've got liver, started out had testicular cancer, and it moved up through the prostate and on up to the liver, and it's in the spleen and the spine now. There's spots in the lungs, and then I've got nodules that have been pushing out in the stomach that they've had to remove because they've actually caused like I always get because of the stroke. Sometimes I struggle with words. Sometimes I lose them.
Well, please don't struggle today. You take it easy. We will do all the heavy lifting. And I will tell you the important parts of the ceremony where I need you to just join in and nod, but do take it easy. And if it becomes too much, parts of the ceremony we can do in our heart too. When you made your request, I thought, you know, we believe in the monastery of hard knocks, the monastery of life. This is where you are now. There is no more serious training. And so you need to know everything you know as a priest. So this is your day and your time and your celebration. All right, Chris, shall we proceed?
Yes, please.
Okay. Our Ino Sekishi will now briefly recite the Heart Sutra. It's okay to keep your hands in gasho. You can put them in your lap in zazen, whatever easy. Don't worry.
Makanya Aramita Shingyo Kanji Zai Bosatsu Gyojin Hanya Aramita Jisho Kengo Ngai Kudo Isai Kuyaku Shari Shishiki Fui Goku Fui Shiki Shiki Sokuze Goku Sokuze Shiki Du Sogyo Shiki Yaku Bunyoze Shari Shize Shoho Kuso Fu Shofu Metsu Fu Gofu Jofu Zofu Genze Goku Jumu Shiki Muju Sogyo Shiki Mugen Zi Jinni Mushiki Shoko Mi Soku Mugen Kai Nai 活動無知悪無得意無所得菩提サタエアンヤハラミタコシンムゲゲムゲゲコムクフ本ミ一切天道無足行根半三世小仏へ般若波羅蜜多故徳はのくたら三脈三菩提高知般若波羅蜜多世代人種世代行種世無常種世無等道種の上位細空心別不幸考察般若波羅蜜多収束卒収発ギャテギャテハラギャテハラソギャテオジソワカ般若心経
Very good. And we dedicate this ceremony, as we always do, to all those around the world in any kind of difficult place. Of course, to those who face their own health challenges, we will dedicate this to them today. Right now, I'm going to briefly incense our ceremony here. Let's see if how our incenses work. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can see the nice smoke there. Good, good, good. There. Yeah. Very good. All right. Let me shift over here. Home leaving is a tradition in Buddhism, in India, in China, in Japan. Priests would leave home and their families. Here in the current age, in this Sangha, we emphasize leaving home where you are, and that can be leaving home sometimes to go to the hospital, leaving home to be home. For your true home is truly wherever you are. So this is a true home leaving ceremony. When your heart is made free and you find your true home, you are always at home. And this home, we also say, can never be left. It was always with you. It always will be. And so you just return to where you have always been. That's what we believe. Now, I'm going to repeat something 3 times. And at the end, we will continue. But in this case, Christopher, just hear my words in your heart echoing and say them silently to yourself. You don't have to repeat after me because I am your voice here. All right? Okay. You can hear me all right?
Yes, I can.
You can see my face? I see
Yes.
yours. Good.
Yes.
With sincere mind and heart, please make 3 bows to the Buddha. Now, you don't have to, there can be a simple nod and gassho 3 times. Very good. With sincere mind and heart, please make 3 bows to your parents and family, past, present, and future, in gratitude for making this life and day possible. Please briefly bow 3 times in gratitude. With sincere mind and heart, please bow 3 bows to your preceptor. Such bows are not to me as an individual man of flesh and blood sitting here, but symbolically to the lineage for which I stand. Please join me in 3 bows. Those were, as you know, bows of gratitude. We, in our practice, somehow feel gratitude for all of it, Christopher. Now we will formally begin the ceremony. Honored guests, families, and ordinee, I respectfully announce to everyone that the novice ordination ceremony for Christopher G-Con Powers will now begin. We will now symbolically invite all of the Buddhas and ancestors with whom we practice to witness this ceremony, free of all barriers of time and place. Everyone, please gasho, or you can sit in the zazen posture. My voice now is the voice of all of us here, Christopher. At one with all Buddhas in the 10 directions. In your heart, when I say this, just repeat silently, at one, okay? Say at one, please. At one with the Dharma in the 10 directions. At one with the Sangha in the 10 directions. At one with our principal teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. At one with the great, compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. She represents compassion, you know. At one with the great, wise Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, a Buddha of wisdom. At one with the great sacred Manjusri Buddha, hope for the future beyond time. At one with all Mahasattva Bodhisattvas in the 10 directions. At one with Dogen Zenji, at one with Keizan Zenji, at one with the successive great teachers in our Bodhisattva lineage. Christopher, at one. Okay. Now I read my long speech. Sit back and try to listen to what I say. At one with the 3 treasures, the Buddha Tathagata, all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, all the ancestors and all who witnessed this ceremony, we gather today to welcome a new priest, Jinkan. The mind source is completely calm, and the sea of the Dharma is fathomless. One who cannot realize such wonders endlessly, and one who realizes such is immediately at home. To be able to play freely in the field of enlightenment, it is necessary to drop attachments. Vow to drop them. Let them go. Do not doubt. There is nothing surpassing dropping attachments for entering the enlightened way. Cutting one's hair is cutting the root of human attachment. And if one cuts off human attachment even just a little bit, one's true nature is immediately revealed. Changing your clothes, one steps out of worldly delusion and can attain freedom. Therefore, among all the Buddhas in the 3 worlds, not one realized enlightenment without dropping attachments and penetrating dualistic views. The merit of dropping attachments and becoming a priest is unsurpassable. For example, although there is great merit in building a temple that reaches to the sky, if one compares the merit of this with that of letting go, it is not even 100th of its worth, which cannot be measured. A temple may become ruined and unusable, but the merit of becoming a priest will never be lost. By dropping attachments, one already is the true child of Buddha. You are the most fortunate of all beings in the three worlds. Among all beings in the six realms, this is a most commendable life. Jinkan, reflect. Your body-mind is suddenly turning from endless cycles, and you are being irreversibly and timelessly born in the no-birth country of Buddha. Clinging and delusion do not cease, yet your original true nature has been revealed. After entering the priesthood, heaven neither covers nor does the earth sustain. A little more, Christopher? May I go on?
Oh, yes, please.
Having nothing with which to cover your round head and your robes embodying enlightenment, one stands out. Whoever comes in contact with you receives great benefit. One is now in service to all sentient beings. Your abode is beyond the three worlds, and its virtue pervades the 10 directions. That means everywhere. You walk together with the Buddhas and ancestors. Be kind to your teacher and honor your Buddha nature. Respect the Buddhas and teachers. Thus it is said, in the drifting, wandering world, it is very difficult to cut off attachments. Now you are vowing to let them go and to realize the truth of emptiness, which I like to say is the wholeness of all. This is true gratitude. Jinkan, think right now with gratitude of your parents and thank them for having given you this life. Consider carefully the mutual karma that brought you here. Think of what your loved ones, your friends, those who love you, and further what your Sangha and all teachers have done. You will now be able to dedicate this life freely to the welfare and service of all beings. Now, Jinkan, realize the world of impermanence. This is indeed rare and unthinkable. When for the first time bodhisattvas raise the Bodhi mind in the midst of birth and death, single-mindedly realizing enlightenment, the merit they derive from this very moment mind is deep, broad, truly boundless. Though Tathagatas may explain it fully, it can never be exhausted. Jinkan, we are ready to go. All right? Now you will receive the inner robe of the Buddha, the Koromo. I have a little robe here. I will incense it. You are wearing the traditional white clothes. Now you will put on, as I read this, you will put on, you have a jacket or something we would discuss to put on?
I have assembly.
Yes, that's excellent. Perfect. Now let me read this as you put it on. Now you receive the inner robe of the Buddha, the Koromo. This robe that I have represents those robes, and you will put on this robe now. My hands are the hands of the Buddhas and ancestors, and my hands reach across the ocean to give it to you. It is given. Very good. When you have it on, would you give a brief bow 3 times? In Gasho. Lovely. Now it is the hair cutting. Now the last strands of your hair will be cut. Only the Buddha can cut the last strand of hair, and my hands serve as the Buddha's hands. First, I have to ask your permission before I do this. but I will ask you to bend forward slightly with your hands raised, and my hands will reach from here across the oceans. I will now cut the hair of Jinkan as his teacher and preceptor. But I have to ask you, and you have to respond 3 times. Yes, 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 if you agree to this, okay?
Yes.
Jinkan, now the last strands of your hair will be cut. Only the Buddha can cut the last strand of hair. Will you allow me to cut it?
Yes, yes, yes.
It is done. Let the last hair be cut away. Though your form is altered, your heart remains faithful to its purpose. Parting with human attachment through living amid this muddy world like a lotus, you are leaving home, seeking the enlightened way, a home that is never left, a way that cannot be sought. You vow to free all creations. Now we will bestow upon you other items. We now bestow upon you the blood lineage chart. One moment. And you will be given a new name, Jinkan. It's fitting for a priest to have 4 kanji in their name. One is called the Dogo, is your way name, which is, let's say, your formal name. And your daily name is called your Hogo, your Dharma name. Your new formal name or way name, the Dogo, is Gendo, which means origin of the way. Your Hogo or Dharma name is Jinkan. And I have selected, it is usual at the ceremony like this, it's fresh, it's new to receive new kanji sometimes. You are still Jinkan, but now the kanji mean virtuous and benevolent view. He who sees with virtue and benevolence. So you are origin of the way, virtuous, benevolent view, Gendo Jikan. Now I will bestow a blood lineage chart on which your name has been inscribed. Please receive this with your hands. A chart will be coming to you soon, Chris.
No worries.
But consider that it has already arrived. It's not a matter of the physical piece of paper at all. It's something from heart to heart, Chris. You have now received the blood lineage chart. I now will bestow upon you the Zagu bowing cloth. Did you receive a Zagu? We had a wonderful donor who wishes to remain anonymous, who sewed a kesa and a Zagu for himself, and then said, thank you, Chris, just hold it in your lap. That is fine. The donor said that this kesa, although I bought the materials and I sewed it with my hands, is not mine. It never was mine, and it doesn't belong to any place. This belongs now to Christopher. It is his to use as a priest, and it doesn't belong to you either, Chris. It's a symbol of you belonging to the world, Chris. I will now bestow upon you the Zagu bowing cloth. Please receive your Zagu. Very good. You have now received the zagu. Please, you have it in your possession there. Please bow 3 times. Lovely. I will now bestow upon you the kesa of a novice priest. If you have some difficulty to tie it on, you can just put it over your left shoulder and under and tie it. If it's difficult now, just lay it over your shoulder.
Okay.
Just rest it over your shoulder, and we'll work on the tying later. Okay? But as I said again, this is tied in our heart. This is tied with something that can never be untied, you know. All right? Jikan, now you will receive this kesa. This kesa which I'm holding represents a kesa that covers all space and time in the 10 directions. It is your kesa that you are holding right there. My hands reach to you. Jinkan, as you now receive this kesa, do you vow to maintain it? Repeat after me. I vow to receive this kesa.
I vow to receive this kesa
Of the Buddhas and ancestors.
Of the Buddhas and ancestors.
And vow to maintain it.
And vow to maintain it.
This kesa represents those robes. My hands reach across the ocean. Your hands are my hands. All the Buddha's hands. I now sense this and hand it to you. Please receive it. Now, what we do traditionally is we place it on our head. If that's difficult, you can place it on your shoulder.
Okay.
Okay. Repeat after me. We're going to do this once, but in our hearts, it's 3 times. Robe of liberation boundless.
Robe of liberation boundless.
Field beyond both form and formless.
Field beyond both form and formless.
Wearing the Tathagata's teachings.
Wearing the Tathagata's teachings.
Vowing to free all sentient beings.
Vowing to free all sentient beings.
Said 3 times. Now, if you will, you have received the kesa. Would you place it on? You can tie it if you wish, or just place it over your shoulder, opening it. Lovely. You have now received your kesa. Next, please receive your bowl to nourish all beings, to nourish you as a medicine that is not a medicine that you would receive from any doctor. It's a medicine for all that ails human beings from the time we are born. Now, I understand you have a very special bowl that you received from a friend from Burma. So it's an actual Buddha's bowl for going out for their food rounds every morning.
Yes.
No more perfect bowl. Here's a Japanese style bowl. I sense it. I don't know. Your bowl looks very heavy. Can you show everyone? Oh, there it is. Boy, that's a big bowl. Please receive your bowl. He has the real thing, folks. Please intensely concentrate and wholeheartedly reflect. You now receive this Buddha bowl. Do you vow to always maintain and use it? If you agree, say yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Lovely. You have now received your bowl. Oh, I have something long to read again. May I go ahead, Chris?
Yes, you're fine, so.
Okay. Now wearing the clothes of the Buddha and having the Tathagata's eating bowl, we will bestow the Bodhisattva precepts. The great precepts of Gautama Buddha were kept by all Buddhas. They were transmitted from Buddha to Buddha. and they were received by ancestor after ancestor. The receiving of the precepts transcends the three kinds of time, and the experience of truth will continue forever. Our great master Gautama Buddha transmitted the precepts to Master Mahakashapa. Master Mahakashapa transmitted the precepts to Master Ananda, and the transmission of the precepts has continued in this way, passing from orthodox successor to orthodox successor in one line, and so, after many ages, has come to this place and time. Now I am bestowing the precepts upon you to return the profound benevolence of Gautama Buddha and to make you the standard of human beings and all life. We trust this to be the true reception of Gautama Buddha's wisdom and life. Respectfully following the approval of Gautama Buddha, we would like to devote ourselves to the precepts and confess. Listen to my words and wholeheartedly say the same words after each line in your heart. You can say them if you wish. May I just read them for you?
Yes, please.
Okay. But listen, have them echo in your heart. I'm speaking for you. All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I, Jikan, atone for them all. Now, having made atonement, you have purified your body, mouth, and thoughts. This purification is due to the power of atonement, which we also pronounce at-one-ment. At-one-ment, atonement. Next, you will reveal yourself as the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, which have the three virtues and merits of the one body three treasures, the realized three treasures, and the maintained three treasures. When you reveal yourself as the three treasures, all virtues and merits will be in complete realization. You have a branch or leaf, I believe, just as I do. It's
Yes.
one leaf, you know. Your leaf, my leaf is one leaf. Please hold up your leaf in the air so that it touches mine across the distance. All right, now I'm going to take, this is tradition, I'm taking the power from me and I'm sending it to you, and then you're going to take my power by touching your head, as I'll show you how to do this, all right? Now, we have, this is the vessel we always use for these ceremonies, and it has some pure water in it. I take this, all right, and turn it 3 times clockwise, 3 times counterclockwise. Okay, then I do this part. I touch my head 3 times. We love our threes in Buddhism. Okay, then I reach out. You take the power. Now touch your head 3 times. Now, please give me back my power. What goes comes back. Okay, and I touch my head again. Very good. I usually don't go much for that kind of fancy ceremony, but I particularly like that one, so I've kept it.
I just like hearing, please give me back my power. So.
The first time, wait a second, let me do this. Don't want to leave it out. This is for benevolence for our parents, teachers, nations, and the whole earth. This is for all beings in all places in space and time. Everything is fresh and new. All right. Now you will receive the precepts. First, we undertake the 3 devotions, the 3 treasures. Repeat after me in your heart. I'm again your voice. Keep your hands in gasho or zazen in your lap, as you wish. Hear my voice, my words now echo in your heart. Respectful devotion to Buddha, respectful devotion to Dharma, respectful devotion to Sangha, devotion to Buddha, the Supreme One, devotion to Dharma, the Supreme Being and Teaching, devotion to Sangha, the Supreme Community, perfect devotion to Buddha, perfect devotion to Dharma, perfect devotion to Sangha. The giving of the precepts of the three devotions is like this. From now on, Gautama Buddha and all Buddhas are your great teachers. Never devote yourself to false teachings, harmful teachings, or the like. These precepts were maintained by Buddhas of the past. They were transmitted by the ancestors. Now I bestow this upon you. You should retain them sincerely. Now, if you agree to this, when I say, you're going to say yes, yes, yes. Okay. Will you maintain them?
Yes, yes, yes.
Let's do it 2 more times just to make sure. Will you maintain them?
I.
Will you maintain them?
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, the 3 pure and universal precepts. Again, I speak for your heart. Number 1, to seek as you can in this body and always to avoid doing harm. Number 2, to seek as you can in this body and always to live in a healthful and helping way, doing good. Number 3, to seek as you can in this body and always to live for the benefit of all sentient beings. These precepts were retained by Buddhas of the past. They were transmitted by ancestor to ancestor. Now I bestow this upon you. Will you keep these precepts from now and always?
Yes, yes, yes.
Will you keep these precepts from now and always?
Yes, yes, yes.
Will you keep these precepts from now and always?
I.
Please keep these precepts. Now, the 10 fundamental precepts. I shall now read them. You hear them echo in your heart. My voice is your vowel. Yes?
Yes.
Number 1, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from the killing of life. Number 2, to seek as you can in this body and life to live in generosity and refrain from taking that which is not given. Number 3, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from misusing sexuality and all desire. 4, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from false and malicious speech. 5, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from intoxication in its many forms. 6, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from unconstructively criticizing the errors and faults of others. 7, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from praising oneself and judging others. 8, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from stinginess in bestowing the Buddhist teachings and all precious things. 9, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from all anger. 10, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from disparaging the 3 treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. These precepts were retained by Buddhas of the past. They were transmitted by ancestor to ancestor. Now I bestow this upon you. Will you keep these precepts from now and always?
Yes, yes, yes.
Will you keep these precepts for now and always?
Yes, yes, yes.
Will you keep these precepts for now and always?
Yes, yes, yes.
Please do your best to keep these precepts. These 16 precepts are the 3 devotions, the 3 pure and universal precepts, and the 10 fundamental precepts. They were retained by Buddhas of the past. They were transmitted by ancestor to ancestor. Now I have bestowed them upon you. Will you seek to keep these precepts from now and always?
Yes, yes, yes.
You should do your best to keep these precepts. Please, Gasho 3 times. Lovely. Now we will have the ceremony of recognition. In this case, I would like to invite you. You don't have to get on a plane. You are going to come and sit in my seat here. And I am going to, what you can do is close your eyes and visualize it. But you are sitting right here where I am. And I am going to walk around you, welcoming you as the new priest. And all the other ordained folks, and I invite the folks who have received Jukai too. They may join, and in their hearts, we are all having a little parade and celebration of you, because you are the honored guest here today. All right, Reverend Jikan? I can call you Reverend Gendo Jinkan now, by the way. Reverend, you will sit here?
Yes.
All right, let me give you my seat. And I have a little bell I use just for this. You're sitting here. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We've made it. I respectfully announce to everyone that the novice ordination ceremony for Reverend Gendo Jikan is now concluded. Everyone, please gasho 3 times. Now I'm going to invite our ordinee, if he wishes, to make some comment, some brief comment on, his impression, whatever he wishes to say. We have all the time in the world, Chris, or I should say Reverend Gendo Jikan. Please welcome everybody.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm just overwhelmed. I've wanted to become a Zen priest for a long time, actually since I read Siddhartha in high school. But I thought I would be trouble. I was bred Irish Catholic, and I didn't know if with my accent I do well with Sanskrit or Japanese. So, but I've struggled on and continue to try to practice, and I'm going to continue on to practice sitting. And I just feel very grateful for everybody who participated today, and everybody who's given me this great gift. I don't know if there's much more that I can say. I'm just very grateful.
We're grateful to you too, Jinkan. And now, all together, we will recite the 4 vows. Jinkan, you can recite them with us, or that our voices will echo in your heart. Hino Segishi, would you recite the 4 vows, please?
To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable.
Our ceremony is now concluded, though the road of priesthood just begins. Everyone, please return in peace, and thank you all for being here. Gendo Jinkan, I'll be writing you later.
Okay.
Yes, sir. All right, goodbye, everyone. See you later.
Thank you, Jikan.
Thank you, Jinkan.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
No,